Sure to Cook.
Welcome back to another episode of Be Sure to Cook. Today, we're going to be making a Buffalo Chicken Chimichanga. So stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, to prepare this dish, we're going to be using a store-bought rotisserie chicken. That's the best way to go if you want to do it easy. If not, you can follow a recipe that I do have where you can do everything homemade. Okay, I don't need any of this skin, and all I'm going to need from this is just the breast. Okay, for my filling dip, I'm going to need some cream cheese. I'm going to only use like half of this. I don't need all of this because I'm not making a very big dip. Okay, so you make sure you want to set your cream cheese out because you want it to get softened and you don't want it to be hard. It's going to be very hard to mix up. Okay, by the way, I cut up some green onions. I washed and rinsed. I'm going to cut up some green onions. So I said everything backwards. Okay, but these green onions I'm going to cut really, really super thin. Okay, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of buffalo sauce. I've got a spatula, and I just want to make sure I get it in here and I mix this up really good. You can also use the mixer again for this, but I just want to make sure I mash this all down in here. I'm making a little one because it's for myself and me for lunch. So this is what I'm making. Okay, something else that I'm going to put in here that's a little different. This is called a Blackened Ranch. And I found this at my local grocery stores, and this is a season from Popeyes. And I thought this would be very good to go into my chicken dip. It is going to be delicious. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of this also. Okay, so I'm going to mix this 1 tablespoon of ranch. Like I said, I'm making a small one, but if you want a big one, yes, just double your recipe, what I'm doing, and then it'll work out perfect. I'm going to use a little onion salt and garlic. This is a mix that I mixed up. I put a little bit of non-salted Mrs. Dash. I love Mrs. Dash. It's a non-salt thing. I love it. But I do have a season that's coming out, and it's got all kind of vegetables, and it's also a non-salt thing. Okay, give that a little flavor. Okay, I'm pulling some chicken, or you can cut it. It's up to you. Let's start off with a 1/2 cup of that shredded chicken. And as I need more, as I flop it and flip it through here, which I do, I just gonna at least get about a cup shredded. Okay, I'm putting 1/2 cup of cheese in here. So I'm just gonna fold that 3 cheese because it's gonna be some cheese. I want it inside, but I'm also gonna put it on the outside of this. So I just want to make sure I fold that all together and get all that cheese in there. It's gonna be so delicious. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle some green onions in here, and I'm going to toss those green onions all around. You want those to show to give beautiful color. Look at that. If you need a little bit more, you can continue to put more in there. Okay, for our chimichangas, we're going to be using a rice. This is going to be a seasoned rice. You can use a Mexican rice, a taco rice, any kind of rice you want. So with this rice, I'm going to need about 2 tablespoons of olive oil or butter. Okay, for a little flavor, I got about a 1/2 tablespoon of fresh chopped garlic, or you can get any kind of garlic you want, or you can just use garlic powder if you don't have either one. I've got 1/4 cup of uncooked corn. You can do frozen corn. If you got a can, I guess you can do can if you want. Okay, we've got about a cup of this rice that I'm having, and this rice is a taco rice from Nor's taco rice mix. I'm using this because I thought this would be a great choice to make. I've already made the filling mix for the Buffalo Chicken Chimichanga. So that has already been done. And I already made my next best thing, it's the taco rice, and I put corn in it. You see me do that. And this has been cooled down, and I've stirred it to make sure it ain't got any lumps or anything. If you do, just kind of like, whisk it around a little bit. Okay. I've got tortilla shells that I'm getting out, and I'm going to be putting my filling in the tortilla shells, and we're going to fry these babies. Okay, here it is, nice and flexible and really warm, just the way I want it. I love that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my filling mix inside here, and I'm going to smear it in here. Okay, that wonderful rice that we had. Just going to get a scoop of this rice with the corn. Going to put some cheese to melt all into that wonderful rice. Make sure you got this nice and tucked. Then you want to take it. I've got about a half cup of oil. I'm going to put that in there, and it starts to have bubbles and frying is what I want. You want to get that started because you just really want this to cook. And actually, you really want this to get nice and crisp because you're making a chimichanga. Okay, we're going to flip it, and we're going to cook this other side. We'll flip it back again, too, to make sure it got pretty beautiful color. There it is. I'm going to pat it, get all the oil off of it. You can cook it in olive oil, vegetable oil, any kind of oil, peanut oil, whatever oil you like to cook. All right, and there it goes, guys. And this is my Buffalo Chicken Chimichangas. And I hope you like them, and I hope you come back so we can make plenty more. Because guess what? I didn't do this alone. I didn't make these chimichangas. You and me, we did this together. And I hope you come back so we can do plenty more dishes. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hey, don't forget, come back. We can make plenty more. We can do a whole bunch with chicken, beef, pork, or whatever you want to do. Any type of food here on Be Sure to Cook. See you next time. Bye.